What's going on, guys, and welcome to the video. Happy Friday, y'all. Today is Spin Master Monster Jam collection video, so we'll go ahead and start the video with Gears Blue Thunder. Now this thing, golden chassis and wheels with white roll cage and tires, golden beacon to printing with Gear Monster Trads. Moving on to Ice Grave Digger. Now this thing, blue chassis and wheels with white roll cage with clear blue tires with white beacon to printing with Ice Monster Trads. Moving on to Zombie Megalodon. Now this thing, black chassis with red roll cage, green wheels, black beacon to printing with zombie glitter trads. Moving on to Galaxy's Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now this thing, cyan chassis, beacon to printing and bead locks with black roll cage and wheels with Galaxy glitter trads. Moving on to Fire Son of a Digger. Now this thing, orange chassis and wheels with yellow roll cage with straight orange tires with orange beacon to printing with Fire Monster Trads. Moving on to Hunter Max D. Now this thing, gray chassis with brown roll cage, mahogany wheels, and chrome beacon to printing with Hunter glitter trads. Moving on to Gear Zombie. Everything looked the same as Blue Thunder. Moving on to Ice Dragon. Everything looked the same as Grave Digger. Moving on to Zombie El Toro Loco. Now this thing, black chassis with yellow roll cage, red wheels, black beacon to printing with zombie glitter trads. Moving on to Galaxy's Bakugan Dragonoid. Everything looks the same as the Dalmatian. Moving on to Fire Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior. Everything looks the same as Son of a Digger. Moving on to Hunter Earthshaker. Now this thing, gray chassis with black roll cage, mahogany wheels, chrome beacon to printing with Hunter glitter trads. Moving on to the Neo Galaxy Grave Digger. Now this thing, white chassis with light purple roll cage, pink wheels, teal tires with white beacon to printing. Moving on to the Nitro Gravedigger. Now this thing. Pink chassis with black roll cage and tires with purple Bikiti printing and bead locks with teal wheels. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Gravedigger. Now this thing. Silver chassis with light green roll cage, dark green wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Gravedigger Orange. Now this thing. Silver chassis with orange roll cage and wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Gravedigger Red. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels. Silver chassis with red roll cage and wheels. Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Gravedigger Purple. Now this thing. Silver chassis with purple roll cage, blue wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Gravedigger the Legend. Now this thing. Black chassis with yellow roll cage, silver wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Son of a Digger. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels with blue roll cage, purple bead locks, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs, the 30th Anniversary Gravedigger. Now this thing. Chrome chassis with lime green roll cage, farm green wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs, the 40th Anniversary Gravedigger. Now this thing. Chrome chassis with black roll cage, teal wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs, Bad News Travels Fast. Now this thing. Orange chassis and bead locks, black roll cage, silver wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Aftershock. Now this thing. Yellow chassis and wheels with blue roll cage with Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Slinger. Now this thing. Red chassis with white roll cage and wheels, Bikiti printed tires. Moving on to Bikiti Customs Wild Side. Now this thing. Dark Poison chassis and wheels with Silver roll cage, beacon to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Custom Zombie. Now this thing, maroon chassis with white roll cage and wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Big Kahuna. Now this thing, black chassis with light blue roll cage, silver wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Iron Outlaw. Now this thing, red chassis and wheels with silver roll cage, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Kraken. Now this thing, copper chassis with iron roll cage with pink wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Avenger. Now this thing, silver chassis with lime green roll cage and wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs El Toro Loco. Now this thing, silver chassis with black roll cage, orange wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Velociraptor. Now this thing, silver chassis with mahogany roll cage, silver black wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Jurassic Attack. Now this thing, silver chassis with purple roll cage and wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Northern Nightmare. Now this thing, black chassis with red roll cage, silver wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Blue Thunder. Now this thing, black chassis with blue roll cage, silver wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs BKT Growing Together. Now this thing, silver chassis with green roll cage and wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Wolf's Head. Now this thing, silver chassis with brown roll cage, black wheels, BKT to put the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Max D. Now this thing, silver chassis with yellow roll cage, black wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Calavera. Now this thing, silver chassis with pink roll cage, black wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Black Pearl. Now this thing, silver chassis with golden roll cage and wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Soldier Fortune. Now this thing, silver chassis with army green roll cage and wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Black Ops Soldier Fortune. Now this thing, black chassis with silver roll cage and wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Thunder Walrus. Now this thing, black chassis, silver roll cage, red wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Time Flies. Now this thing, silver chassis and roll cage with black wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Lucas Stabilizer. Now this thing, black chassis and roll cage, silver wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Scooby-Doo. Now this thing, silver chassis with golden roll cage, black wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs Megalodon. Now this thing, silver chassis and roll cage with black wheels, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions King Sling. Now this thing, silver chassis and wheels with green roll cage, black muffler, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Bog Hog. Now this thing, silver chassis with black roll cage, orange wheels and shocks with chrome muffler, BKT printed tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Son of a Digger. Now this thing, Silver chassis with blue roll cage with purple wheels with black muffler beacons for the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Jester. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels with red roll cage with chrome muffler beacons for the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions Earthshaker. Now this thing. Yellow chassis and wheels with gray roll cage, gray muffler beacons for the tires. Moving on to BKT Customs, the Collection of Champions BKT Grown Together. Now this thing. Silver chassis with black roll cage, green wheels, chrome muffler beacons for the tires. Moving on to custom Gravedigger ride truck. Now this thing. Green chassis, silver wheels, flotation tires. Seats in the back. Moving on to Gravedigger 7. Now this thing. Silver chassis and wheels with lime green roll cage, flotation tires. Moving on to the Green Ghost Gravedigger. Now this thing. Also silver chassis wheels with lime green roll cage with flotation tires. Moving on to the green Nitro Neon Gravedigger. Everything looks the same as... Everything is all green except the wheels are white. Moving on to the blue Nitro Neon Son of a Digger. Everything is all blue except the wheels are white. Moving on to the yellow Nitro Neon Earthshaker. Everything is all yellow except the wheels are white. Moving on to the pink Nitro Neon Calavera. Everything is all pink except the roll cage is black. Moving on to the teal Nitro Neon Blue Thunder. Now this thing. Teal chassis and wheels with brown roll cage and tires. Moving on to the red Nitro Neon Northern Nightmare. Now this thing. Black chassis with red roll cage and tires with silver wheels. Moving on to custom Nitro Neon El Toro Loco. Now this thing. Orange chassis and wheels with silver roll cage with yellow tires. Moving on to the green Nitro Neon Max T. Now this thing. Silver chassis with green roll cage and tires with black wheels. Moving on to the yellow Nitro Neon Max T. Now this thing. Silver chassis with yellow roll cage and tires with black wheels. Moving on to custom Elementals Trucks Gravedigger. Now this thing. Purple chassis with black roll cage with green and yellow wheels on the left and orange and red wheels on the right with blue tires. Moving on, last but not least, to custom phased out son of a digger. Now this thing. White chassis with black roll cage with 2 red wheels, 1 black wheel, 1 white wheel with 2 black tires and 2 white tires. And that'll be it, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, also turn on your notifications to my YouTube page, Parker Wilson's Blinking and Amigos. Goodbye.